Hey, okay, so really quickly, I just want to go over this thing that I found that it's a flaw in the MASH network, and the short of it is that it only works in centimeters. Okay, so if that's your takeaway and you're done, then you're done. But I want to show you, in case you want to know, I usually work in meters because Unity, its default is meters, and it just makes the conversion make more sense for me. But at any rate, we're going to create a MASH network, and we'll just do a sphere and create a cube. And let's go ahead and make a MASH network on that cube, and then we will do the distribute and make it a mesh, and then we're going to drag that mesh in there. And you'll see that it's like your instances disappeared. Well, they didn't actually disappear. You can select your camera, change the clipping plane. And by the way, this is something that should happen automatically. Autodesk, you should just update this automatically. And actually, this is sort of perhaps indicative of what the overall problem with not just the camera is, but also probably with this mesh network and all of the other dynamic issues that we have when we make a conversion from centimeters to meters. There's probably just some internal thing that is failing to update that and make the conversion for you. Okay, so at any rate, you can see that the mesh network is in fact connected to that surface. It's just that it's 10 times the actual dimensions of this object. Um, as far as I know, there's no way to change that. I've looked through the mesh network. There's no like scale compensate sort of node in here anywhere that I have seen. Correct me if I'm wrong. If you know of a different sort of setup, that's great. So instead of going that way, let's go ahead and change our settings back to centimeter, which, by the way, does not update this. It doesn't fix it. So there's that. I'm going to just make a new scene, and we're going to set up that exact same thing and show you the way this is supposed to behave. So let's create a polysphere and create a polycube. And again, we will take that polycube and create the network on it, and then we will set that to mesh and drop that mesh into there, and you can see that that works properly, and it's actually on the mesh. Okay, so if you're going to work with mesh, work in centimeters, and I've found that that's probably actually the same thing with the Bifrost and also Arnold rendering, particularly when it is the particle shader, not particle shader. What is that thing called? The the volumetric shader for Arnold, which where is it? Oh, whatever. Okay. So anyway, the volume shader for Arnold also seems to not function quite properly when it's in meters. So work in centimeters, and then just do the scale compensation. Just know that that's what's happening, and if you're exporting it out to whatever else, you've just got to know that that's what's happening. Okay, so that's that, and thank you for watching. Bye bye.